Hey there! Let me show you on this quick video how to test every step of your LLM pipeline. When you have an LLM pipeline, there is always a lot going on. There is all this intelligence components, lots of calls to LLMs and to vector database, perhaps, that they can go wrong, right? And then if something happens in the middle, you want to know. Most of the times, the evaluators are focused on the final answer, and that's fine. But it helps so much when you can understand also what's going on in the middle. If maybe some part of it didn't produce a reliable results, maybe it throws it off the LLM at the end. So I have here a simple chatbot example. What this chatbot does is allowing me to ask questions about some natural language inputs, and it uses code to try to answer me. Let me show you. I have some mock data here. So this would be like my database, in quotes, of just some user bios written in natural language. Hello, my name is Richard, I'm a software engineer, 30 years old from New York, my name is Rogerio, and so on. And then I can go to my chatbot and I can ask, for example, who is the oldest person. What this chatbot will do is first take those pieces of text and convert it to structured data. So you can see here the Richard name, profession, year of birth got extracted as well as the other people. And then it will ask the LLM to write a piece of code. This is another step of our pipeline. It will write this piece of code to try to get the answer to me. And then it will execute this code and give me back the answer, which is Manuk. This response is actually wrong, because if you look at the actual information, you see that he's 30 years, I'm from 92 and Manuk is 25. So 92 is actually the oldest person. But you can see that the LLM made a mistake here. It used max instead of min. It's okay, I make this mistake all the time as well. But let's see what happened under the hood on language. If I update here and I see my latest traces, I can see all the steps that my pipeline went through, and I'll go with you on the code in a bit. But you can see that first it converted to structured data, and then it generated an execute code, and then it answered my questions. And in every step of the way, I have an evaluation here. So I evaluate for faithfulness, if the Python generated code is valid, and then finally for answer correctness in this case. So the way it works is, well, I have those as I showed you, and I have a structure for the data as well to extract this information, which this is the first step of my pipeline, which is executed down here. So first I extract the user biographies, then I generate the code, and then I answer the user. If we go to the first step, you will see that what happens is I ask the GPT-4o Mini to extract this information to this structured data. And then right after I do it, I run a faithfulness evaluation check. This one is useful to catch some hallucinations, because it can be that during this conversion to structured data, it invents some information that are actually not there. It puts the wrong country or the wrong year of birth, for example. So this here already can help us spot some issues. Then moving on, we take this information and we generate some Python code to generate to answer the user. So what we do with this Python code is trying to execute it, of course. This one, we can also track the result on LangWatch. By using add evaluation, you can track any custom validation that you do on your side. And in this case, we're just checking if there was no code error exception in the middle of the processing. And you can already see the results of those two here. So first of all, the Raga's faithfulness. You can see how much it cost and what score you got. And then after the code execution, you can also see that the code was marked as valid, this code that was generated. Then we finally use that to answer the user by giving the question and the code executed and the result. Then you get the output that the oldest person is Manuk. And then here, after answering the user, I add a Raga's answer correctness check. Because in this case, I already know the answer ahead of time, which should be Rogerio. So you can use this expected output and evaluate if that was correct, which in this case, it wasn't. And then, of course, you also have all the evaluations that you set up through the dashboard. Those run after your message arrives. So here we have two, answer relevancy and content moderation, together with those others that came from the tracing. They are set up here, and they're configured to run on every message when they arrive. If we were to add this on the code ourselves, then this would be very easy as well. You just set up these two manually, and it gives you already the code that you should use. And you'd see the results of them arriving here as well. So that's it. I hope that was helpful for you to improve your pipeline confidence. And now think about your LLM pipeline. Which validations and evaluations can you add on the steps there? See ya!